everyone. It is I, your host, Mike Field. Efemica's in the chat already. MSL. We've got a goodie for you today. Zen Mike versus Stoic Mike. That's going to be fun. Welcome along, everyone. We're going to thrash it out today. I put a poll up earlier this week, and it went off a little bit. Kind of kicked off. So we're going to have James McDermott, OG Kiwi Speedcuber, on today to talk about that. We're not gonna debate it as such. James and I are pretty much of the same opinion, but we might have a look at some comments and we can argue in the chat about whether it's a sport or a hobby. That'll be fun, won't it, everyone? Right, what else are we doing? Put my little volume up here. Is cubing a sport? Is sporting a cube with James Mac? That'll be fun. Cubing Clash 2 breaking news just got announced. We're gonna have a look at Max Park's appearance in the New York Times. That's pretty cool. Actually, it's a very, very cool little post. We're gonna talk about a very sneaky and cheeky Qi clock leak. Everyone, it's kind of old news. I think some of you will have heard of it already. But we're gonna have a look at that. We're going to, what else are we gonna do? Oh, have a look at the MGC Beta limited editions. Have we seen those? The pink and the green ones? They're very, very cool. We're going to take a look at the Diansheng Mirror 5x5 as well. That is very exciting and out now. Who's been pinging me on Discord? Relax, Connor. Okay, yes, that's a thing. People are in the Discord already getting fired up about the States Challenge today. We've got the Time States Challenge. We've got some new. Oh my days! We've got breaking news. Our man, what's this username? I forget. I can't see it. It's hidden. Go behave, Discord. Hold on, everyone. I'm just trying not to dox anyone here. Who is this? Just L. Just someone called L has got a new record. 48.6 seconds. Wild. Jaden, are you watching this? Piano Cuber, are you watching this? 48 seconds. I know Piano Cuber is watching this because you're in the chat already. Okay, there's been a lot of grinding going on this morning. A lot of grinding. Isn't that Level Up Piano? Why can't I see everyone's names properly in my Discord? Discord did an update, everyone, and I'm old and scared. They can't be creeping up on old people like me with updates like that with no warning. Far out. Hey, thank you so much to all my channel members. New one this morning, Simon Waljak. Jonas R joined up this week as well. And of course, Vera Twist Plastic, Stretford Bear, JDB the Cube Guy, James Melby, Glenn's Cubing Corner, who I think I saw in the chat. What up, James? Benjamin Handelman, John Baxter, Curious Nick. All my goats. Dave, I know my PB is 133, but I think did I get a 121? I can't remember. It's in the description of the last stream. But yeah, 48. That is hectic. Really hectic. What else was I going to do? What I was going to do, speaking of members, everyone, I'm feeling mucho generoso today. My algorithm's cooked, by the way. YouTube is a bit cooked. I've been really watching a lot of absolute slop drama recently, and I have also. Oh, can I tell you? Okay, something you need to know about me, right? I'm a grown ass man who likes playing with toys. I've always been interested in skill toys, things with your hands, all that kind of stuff. My mate Evan from Dead Video, shout out, bought me, and I'm OG, right? He bought me a new tech deck for Christmas. I got the cool Screaming Hand, SpongeBob tech deck for Christmas. I'm so OG. My friend Ian, rest in peace, he brought me back from his holidays in America a tech deck when they first came out, before they were available in the UK. Genuinely like the 90s, late 90s, and I was like early adopter. Absolutely loved it. Was absolutely ridiculed by everyone in school. for loving my tech deck. I was a skateboarder as well, so obviously I wanted one of them. But yeah, my mate Evan got me one for Christmas. I was just mucking around with it, having a great time, going, amazing. I love this. It's great. They've all changed now. They're all fat now. The shapes have changed. And so I was like, ooh, I need to learn to do a kickflip. So I started looking on YouTube for kickflips. And then obviously YouTube started serving me more and more fingerboard stuff. And I've kind of gone down a bit of a hole. And I want to give a shout out to FBNZ, Fingerboard New Zealand. I'm 41 years old, okay, for context. But today, in the mail, my first pro fingerboard. Let's go. Real wood, proper grip tape, bearings in the wheels. I am so excited to put that together after the stream. Am I editing after the stream? No way, Jose. I'm building my little fingerboard, and we're going shredding. We're going to go tiny shredding. Okay, so why did I bring that up? I was talking about channel members, but then I got distracted. I get distracted a lot. It happens. Channel members. Yeah. I know, because I was bringing up YouTube, and I was going to say, you're going to see a lot. Every time the YouTube screen's up, you're going to see a lot of fingerboard content on there. But K41E8. That's very kind of you to say. But I feel it. Wild Scary Fox. Build it on stream. Maybe I will. Maybe at the end of the stream. I don't know if anyone's still around. What was I doing? Oh, I'm gonna kind of teach you guys something. Hopefully, teach some of you something. So you know, on Twitch, there's like, you can do gifted subs and things like that. You can like gift people a subscription, and of course, being a channel member on here means that you get access to all my videos early. You get special emoticons to use in the chat, and all of that stuff. And what you can do inside YouTube is you can gift subs. So that's the thing you can do. And you know what? I had an incredible week last week, like so many views, made the most money in a week that I've ever made on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and gift you guys some memberships, okay? So I just want to be careful I don't give away my credit card. Hold on a minute. I'm going to gift some subs. So I don't choose. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just shows you the last four numbers of my card. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna gift some memberships, and what YouTube will do is at random it will gift 5 people a membership. So if you're in the chat today, then congratulations, you might get a membership. So I don't control who gets one. All right, it's just random. YouTube just does it. But if you're in the chat right now, you may. There you go, Prince Rajajaj, you got a membership. Dylan, you got a membership. Puma, you got a membership. Walter, you got a membership. Yo, there he is. Manu got a membership. Well done. There you go. Congratulations, everyone who just became a member. That's on me, okay? So, yeah, that's something you can do, by the way, everyone. If you really want to, you can gift memberships. That's a cool thing to do. It's better than just a super chat's cool, but you don't need a super chat because there's not like thousands of people in here, so you don't really need to super chat. If you're going to do anything, if you're going to donate anything, then do a subscription gift. You can do 1, or you can do 5, or you can do 10, or whatever. But anyway, that was fun, wasn't it, everyone? Gifted some memberships. Congratulations and welcome and hello to all the new members. Hello, Dave. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. Hello, Mango. Mango's along. What up, Wild Scary Fox? Hello, Carolina. Hello, Popey Jopey. Hello, speedcubing.org. Oh, that's the one stream thing I haven't done, is updated my screen to say that you can get cube sauce at speedcubing.org and the other place, Crafty Cube in Australia as well. So Australia and the UK, you can get cube sauce now, everyone. I've been grinding on the on some stuff this morning before we started the stream. The new ending is done. We're debuting that today. What else is done? Oh, I was doing some stuff for Me 1 versus Me 2 as well. So yeah, that's the other thing we've got today is Me 1 versus Me 2. Zen Mike versus Stoic Mike. We will be doing the States attempt as well. Speedcubing.org, people have bought cube sauce in the UK, by the way. Amazing. That's so cool. So cool. Right, I'm just going to put this down. States quiz, otherwise I'll forget. States quiz, and we're going to have Me 1 v Me 2. Is that all my cool stories? I don't think I had anything else to say today other than, yeah, Cubing Clash 2 just announced this morning. And it's a new format. We're going to look at that. I think that's everything, hey? I think that's everything. I think that's everything we had to talk about. Unless you guys have anything. I don't know. You want to anything in the chat? Anyone want to announce anything in the chat? I'll wait. What's up, Porter Cubing? Welcome along. If anyone wants to announce anything in the chat, then you can go ahead. Oh, I noticed that that Yuki is on YouTube now as well. Yuki, who got her the female world record the other day in 2x2. Shout out. Girl, I know that happened, but really what we're here for today is this, everyone. You know it. It's me 1 versus me 2 speed cubing. That's what we're here for. Oh, spreadsheet. What am I doing? Oh, my spreadsheet open. Me 1 versus me 2 speed cubing. It's the most exciting speed cubing competition on the internet, bar none. No argument. Nobody's arguing that. It's the most exciting contest of top level slow speed cubing you've ever seen. So we are in the last match of round 1, everyone. Zen Mike is going to go up against Stoic Mike, looking for that spot against American Mike. What are we doing next week? I think, do we have to do round 2 next week? Because we can't do, oh no, we could, no, do we go to losers bracket? I don't know, we might have to toss a coin for that. It's either round 2 or losers bracket round 1. It feels like it should be losers bracket round 1. You know how it is. You know how it is. We're kind of making this all up as we go along, everyone. That's kind of the ethos of the show. So, oh, we need a poll. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a poll. Who will win? Who will win? Will it be Zen Mike or Stoic Mike? There we go. Stoic. You can vote now and decide who your man is. Who are you backing today? Dave, anyone else audio breaking up? Is the audio not sounding good? That's not ideal, is it? Hopefully not. Okay, anyway, I'll carry on regardless. Dave reckons losers round 1. I do first. All right, that makes sense to me. That does make sense. We are going to cross now to have some chats with the competitors. A little bit of a pre-match interview. I haven't warmed up. Nobody's warmed up today. Which is frightening. I did some solves yesterday, but not today. We're rocking the Tianma official, not official sponsor of the MSL, the Mike Speedcubing League. More try Tianma V3. So let's cross now to the interview booth and see if we can talk to, who are we talking to first? Zen Mike is who we're talking to first. Zen Mike, welcome along. Lovely to have you here. How have you been preparing for today? What's going through your mind? What's happening? Where are you with regard to today's competition? Let us know. Oh wow! Okay, a very interesting, controversial take from Zen Mike there. Really, you know, really pushing a hardcore agenda on the teams there. What do you think of your opponent? How much do you know about Stoic Mike? What do you think the challenges are going to be today as you come up against him? Really gnarly calls there from Zen Mike. Completely zoned in, ready to go. Stoic Mike now making his way towards the booth. So Stoicism, of course, the Greek philosophy school of thought, and coming up against Zen Mike, two great big schools of thought and cultures clashing today. Stoic Mike, what have you got? Any thoughts coming into the match? I do have one thought from Seneca's Letters number 11 here. Happy the man who improves other people, not merely when he is in their presence, but even when he is in their thoughts. And happy too is the person who can so revere another as to adjust and shape his own personality in the light of recollections, even of that other. Lovely stuff. No idea what you're talking about. I'm sure it makes sense to you. Again, I'll ask you the same question. What have you been... what really is What really is at the top of your mind as you come up against Zen Mike this morning? Of course, really contrasting schools of thought for you two. Two masters of the mind coming up against each other today. Well, the factor that counts is not the importance of the cause from which it springs, of course, but the kind of personality it lands in. In the same way as with fire, what matters is not the fierceness of the flame, but where it catches. You know, solid objects may resist the fiercest flame, while conversely, dry and inflammable matter will nurse a mere spark into a conflagration. A conflagration. Very exciting. Very big words. Very big talk. Really competitive. Really competitive stuff happening today. Right, what is happening? James, I trust you. The audio is fine. Thank you very much. Are people just 100% not understanding the Zen Mike joke? This is my life, everyone. This is my life. I'm going to hit the heart button on my own stream. Check your headphones, Cubing Austria, says Kate. Right. Shut up, everyone. I'm trying to do something here. What am I doing here? I'm going to get into some solves. That's what I'm going to do. Let's get OBS out of the way and then pick up the old more Tritiema. So Zen Mike is going to be leading the charge this morning. It is how does this work? It's best of 3. So best of 5. It's the first of 3 solves. Okay, that is what we are looking at today. Just move the mic out of the way so I don't bash it. The competitors submitted their cubes. Zen Mike's cube now being scrambled by the authorities. Of course, we have a huge team behind the scenes here at the MSL, up to and including 16 members of staff at any one time, making sure that everything's going smoothly. Zen Mike inspecting now. Zen Mike? Yeah, Zen Mike mid-inspection. Likes what he sees. Starting with a slightly clanky left-handed move there. And he's immediately lost the piece. That's not very Zen. That's like negative chill. First solve of the day for any of the mics here, of course. There's 4 in. It's a little fish or a regular soon. What's that? Oh, it's one of those. V, maybe? For a 20.9. Not bad. Not bad for the first solve of the day. So very polite applause in the audience today. They're neither blown away nor disgusted by that. So that's fine. Okay, 20.9. It's strong. It's good enough. If you know the league and you know the sort of caliber of the mics, then you know that a 20.98 is not to be sniffed at. Stoic Mike now coming up looking very pleased with himself, very smug. It's kind of in the nature of the Stoics to be a little bit smug, feeling a little bit better than everyone else. And that's what it is. So here we are, starting that cross now. Noticing a free pair there as well. Not reacting to it, of course, because that wouldn't be very Stoic. We control our reactions to things. Anti-soon and the R for an 18. Very nice from Stoic Mike. And look at us. Look at this now. Straight out the gate with a 20 and an 18. This is a fast competition already. Clearly the Zen has been the Zen and the Stoicism is working for our competitors today. What are we looking at for records today? The single is a 17.6, of course, by Grindset Mike. Quick reminder. The average of 522 by American Mike. Mean of 319.4 by Pro Cuber Mike as well, of course. So 17.67 is the single we're looking for, of course, today. And now Stoic Mike is going to set solve 2. R2D2 spotted. Oh no, I used my R2D2 button. Shoot, where did I get to in the scramble? Did I do the R2D2? I don't know if I did. R2D2 L2. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Stoic Mike. Not phased by the sight of R2D2. Hopefully the sound of the Zen bells didn't get too much in his head. Oh, that's the wrong screen I'm in. Whoopsie. The production team I can hear in the background being absolutely chewed out for playing the bells there while Zen Mike was preparing to, Stoic Mike was preparing to solve. So I wonder if that's going to, we'll have a look at the report after the match and see if that comes up, see if any disciplinary action will be taken. One of those. What's that? It's a J-perm. JB. Oh, the U2 for 22. Okay. Okay. It's not bad. It was messy, so a 22 is not bad for that absolute mess. Dave Neville's claiming miss scramble. You'll have to, so you can submit that in writing to the organizing committee. Is what you can do. Zen Mike needs to respond to the 22-7 from Stoic Mike is what Zen Mike needs to respond with. I just need to mark the scores, otherwise I will forget. So that was one for Stoic Mike, wasn't it, with that 18? So there he is, 1-0. 1-0. Okay, cool. What's up? Down to R2. B. Yeah. Okay. And have I got this right? This is Zen. Yeah, this is Zen Mike responding to that 22-7. That is what we're after. The green's where it should be. That's nice. Oh, I see what we can do here. Look, we can do a little L2 on the orange, and that'll put the blue in. All right. Okay, fine. Zen Mike knows what he's up to. No. What is the screen doing, sir? There we go. Okay. There it goes. That's over here for green, red. That's in. That's not a bad case. There it is for all four corners solved. Hourglass. What's this? An E-perm. Nope. It was that one, the Z-perm. 22.4 is good enough to beat a 22.7. Close match. Zen Mike bringing one back. One each on the board. Zen Mike to set the pace for solve number 3 now. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's see what we've got now. Okay. Blue's going to drop in one move. Orange is chilling. And then I should be left with an R2 for red. All right. Zen Mike. Wrong screen again. How am I... particularly fat-handed stuff from the production team this morning. It can happen. There it is, and there's that. Yay, I planned a thing, and there is the green-red. There is blue, and there's that one for 3. That's corner number 4. Lovely stuff. Into a hook. Into a regular soon after a U4. That's disappointing. GC, he hates it. Absolutely hates it. 20.9 is the time set. Very nice. Very, very nice. Mean of 3 of 21.4. Okay, not bad. I'll take that. Zen Mike with a 20.9. Stoic Mike needs to respond with something pretty solid to beat that. Very clumsy. Probably a 12-second GC at the end there, which is pretty disappointing. I could have had a sub 20 if I wasn't so fat-handed, but you know how it is. And a D. Okay. Stoic Mike needs to respond to... I've forgotten what it was already. 20.9. Stoic Mike needs to respond with a 20.9. Lovely to see these times coming in the chat. Denise. Interesting point from commentator Mike. Thank you for playing along with my stupid game. I really appreciate it. Okay, he's away. Okay, that was an interesting call to put the blue edge over there. There's one of those for pair 2. Oh, look at that. Blue and orange just chilling. And that's a nice easy case on that one. Pretty impressive looking F2L from whoever this is right now. And that's a Y, I think. Or a V. No, it's a V. For 20.5, I've forgotten again what it was. 20.5 will beat a 20.9. Stoic Mike in the lead. Taking solve number 3. Nope, sorry. That one. There we go. Stoic Mike taking the lead. 2-1. 3 solves is the win, everyone. So Stoic Mike to set on solve 4 here. Looking very strong. There we go. Who are we? Stoic Mike setting solve number 4. Ooh, look at that. Look at that now. Is he going to go... Am I tough enough to do an S move in cross? I think I am, you know. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do an S move. I don't know if it's prime or not, but I'm going to do an S. Are you ready? You ready for this? Yep, wrong screen. Going to do an S move, everyone. First time ever I've done an S move on stream. It went well. Look at that. Lovely stuff. He's away. 1, 2. Split that one for that. There's 3. And 4 is in there. That's a little anti-soon fishy. And that's an RB. Oh, for a 20.1. Lovely. Love to see that. Very impressive stuff. Stoic Mike coming in hot this morning. He's clearly been studying the texts. Been devouring those letters. Dave Neville, rotation V-perm? Yeah, all my algs are from like... All my PLL is from Felix's Cube Skills alg sheet PDF from 2017. And I have not updated a single one. And I refuse to. There's a very good chance I'll get a bleeding nose if I try and learn something new. So that Stoic Mike set for a 20 point... Stoic Mike set a 20 with a 1. 20.1 with a 9. Zen Mike, this is a match point. He needs to respond. There we go. Okay. A hush falls over the stadium. The J. Perm Memorial Stadium. Just a reminder, J. Perm is not dead. That is the name of the stadium. Okay, here we go. There's a big R2 to start with. Okay, interesting. What's he going to do with it? I think there might be some shenanigans afoot. No, I don't want to risk it with the M-slice switch. I've got green and blue here. Yeah, I've got to put them in right. Let's not muck around here. Okay. That was ugly, but it got the job done, and he's away. That's easy. That's fairly easy. That's easy too for a nice setup. There's an hourglass, and then we are looking at a of some. Oh God, dang it! 16, 16. Let's go! A new record. A new record. 16.3 for Zen Mike. Are you kidding me? 16 on stream. James, did you see that? I got a 16.37. Hot dang. Hot dang. Me to Zen Mike. I'm telling you, people, this Tian mode, I kind of like it, honestly. I've had a few 16s off of this thing now. God dang. Right. What am I doing? We're going back here. If Stoic Mike can beat a 16, then we really do have a match on our hands today. The crowd goes mild. RFDUBLB prime. Popey Joby, we need a reaction analysis on that. I didn't even think about the reaction. I should have thrown something. Ugh. No disrespect whatsoever. But as I mentioned in Graham Siggins' video, it's difficult to disrespect your own room, you know, when it's your own stuff. Ooh. Oh, wow. Have a look at this scramble, everyone. On White Cross. Holy. Okay. 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 Alrighty. Where are we at? We're 2 each, aren't we? No. No, this is for the fourth solve. Okay, right. That's right. Okay, here we go. Oh, goofed it. Slight mistake there. And a clunky start to the beginning of F2L. It's not looking great so far for our man Stoic Mike. And that's a tricky little setup into the OLL. And what the hell is that? F-perm. For a 21.4. It's not going to be good enough. Hold on. Hold on a minute. What have I done here? I've goofed. Hold on. So Zen Mike responded with the 16 and took solve 4. Okay. Doi. Okay, so Zen Mike got solve 4. So Stoic Mike has now set solve 5 with a 21.4. That's what's happened, eh? I'm not good at this. Okay, Zen Mike. This is match point, everyone. This is it. Zen Mike, the new single record holder, needs to come in under 21.4. 21.4 is what we need to see. R2D2? No, I can't use that. Ooh. Another great white cross scramble, everyone. Okay, if I can do the fat U, then we're good. Chris Mills says I shouldn't do a fat U, but whatever. There's that. 1. 2. Bit of a mistake. He ain't shook. He's still got it. And there's 4. It was chonky and it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough, everyone. We have a winner, 23.27. Not good enough to beat 21.43. So Stoic Mike taking the third solve there, making it through to the winners round 2. Stoic Mike going up against American Mike, both righteous in their own rights. Outstanding stuff, meaning of course Zen Mike going up against Zesty Mike. Now that's a clash of personalities coming up in that first round. What an incredible record. What an incredible single. 16.37 from me to Zen Mike. I haven't checked the mean of threes. Best mean was 20.5 from Stoic Mike, and it was 19.9 from Zen Mike. So it wasn't good enough to beat me for ProCuber Mike. But outstanding stuff as well. Really, really great stuff. Show some appreciation in the chat there, everyone. Oh no, hold on a minute. We need to take a look at the prediction. The prediction said Zen Mike. It was Stoic Mike who took it in the end. So Zen Mike clearly the crowd favorite. But lovely stuff. Love to see that. Outstanding, everyone. Outstanding. The competitors making their way over now to have a chat with us here in the competitors booth. Zen Mike, you put on an outstanding performance today. Let us know, what are you feeling about that 16? Like seeing a 16 live here on the MSL. You made history today. Tell us how you're feeling about that. Really great, insightful stuff as always from Zen Mike. How are you feeling, of course, now that you're looking in the losers bracket to come up against Zesty Mike? That's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot. He's got a lot of energy, a lot of sass, a lot of zest. How are you going to be? What sort of vibe are you going to be bringing against that? Nothing but incredible focus and real mindset stuff there from Zen Mike. Lovely to see it. A great competitor, gracious in defeat. So Zen Mike. Wait, no, that was Zen Mike. Who was the other one? Stoic Mike. An incredible victory. Did well to beat Zen Mike, who was performing arguably at the top of his game. Any insights, any words of wisdom for us after the match? Well, I'll tell you what, the performance today, the match today certainly reminded me that the outcome, of course, of violent anger is mental raving. And therefore, anger is to be avoided, not for the sake of moderation, but for the sake of sanity. Wise words from Stoic Mike, of course. So not tilted, not shook by that 16. Anything else you want to say? You want to flex on anyone on your victory today? Well, no, for away with pomp and show, as for the uncertain lot that the future has in store for me, why should I demand from fortune that she should give me this, and that rather than demand from myself that I should not ask for them? Right? Sure. I'm not sure I follow 100%, But great. Love to hear it from you. Okay. There we are, everyone. A 16. 16, fam. Let's go. Thank you. 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 I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know how it is. We've had some me 1 versus 2. We've had some excitement. Now it's time for some ads. Ads, everyone. Oh, what the... Every time I use Discord, it cooks all of my scenes in OBS. Can anyone explain to me why that is? And for bonus points, can you make it not happen? That would be ideal. Hey, shut up, everyone. If you like speed cubes, do you like to buy them on the internet? Go to Speedcube shop and use code Cubecast to save 5% on your order. You want a GAN 15 black? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Matty says it's the one to get, unless you're literally him. Go get the GAN 15 black at Speedcube shop and use code Cubecast to save 5%. Why don't you? Hurry up, do it now. Cubing Life Academy, they're also cool, and they have incredible courses. You can learn how to solve real good. Use code Cubecast and save 5% off your order there as well. I have a shop too, guys. I do. I have a couple, actually. I've got Speedcube New Zealand and Australia. You can go there if you live in New Zealand and Australia and buy Speedcubes, and I will send them to your house using the mail. You can also buy cube sauce there, which is the lubricants what I make. They are really good and make your cubes go burr and feel real nice. And you can also buy those in Crafty Cube in Australia and at speedcubing.org in the UK. And you can also go and buy stuff at lastlayercubing.com. Let's go and have a look at Last Layer Cubing, shall we? Let's have a big shout out to the people at Last Layer Cubing, who are me. You can go there and you can buy some cool stuff and represent your favorite cubing podcast. Look, Cubecast mugs. We're in New Zealand dollars. Let's go in American. For goodness sake. No. What is this? United. Who made this website? What idiot made this website? Because most of you are in America. Cubecast mugs, look, $15. Get one of those. Cubecast, your third favorite podcast. We are now literally just making shirts out of memes that come from the chat. You can buy one of those in a variety of cool colors. I like this. I like this sort of. Do I have the lavender one? Or I don't hate the peach one, you know. But anyway, that's a thing that is happening, and thank you very much for listening to my ads, everyone. Where's the music? There it is.
Hey guys, this part of the stream is sponsored by me. I know, huge downgrade. You're probably expecting Raid Shadow Legends or Squarespace, but I'm actually here to tell you about the code Cubecast, that is CUBECAST, that you can use at speedcubeshop.com for an absolutely plentiful discount on all of your orders. If you're going to want to be faster than a 6-year-old, you're going to need some good cubes. How do you buy good cubes? At Speedcube Shop with code Cubecast.
You heard the man. What are you still doing here? What are you doing here, everyone? What are you still doing here? Those were the ads. Weren't they good? Have I done everything I need to do? I've clicked. Yeah, okay. We've got our tables updated. Thanks again to official Timmy John Baxter for making this excellent spreadsheet for me, which is much better than the one I made because he actually spent some time in it and used skills. Excuse me. Excuse me. Everyone relax. I'm not doing a Scube average of 100. Yes, you did. Manu, you got gifted a membership today. I gifted 5 memberships at the start of the stream just for lols and just to show everyone that that's a thing you can do. It's even better than doing a super chat. Super chats are cool, but gift memberships, that's better. That's even better. You can do 1 or you can do 5 or you can do 10 or you can do 50 if you really want. I don't think everyone will. I'm not doing Scube. Why is everyone yelling Scube at me in the chat? Scube is silly and for dum-dums. It's not as silly as Square One. I feel very validated from my chat with Matty to learn that he can't solve a Scube either. I'm taking that as confirmation that it is, in fact, very, very silly. James, are you around? Shall we get James on the line? Bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to find James, see where he's at. Put my little hold music on. James, have I got you on Discord? I do, because I've called you before. James McDermott. James is around. He's in the chat. He's everywhere. All right, I'm going to call you, James. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do some stuff. Thank you, Minimus, for validating my opinion as well. Right, hold on, James. I'm just going to pop you out here. Where's the pop out button? There we go. There we go. Oh, look, see, OBS has cooked me again. Stupid thing. Right, hold on. Turn the music off and then go to the screen that I need to be on. And there he is. Look, there's James McDermott. How are you, James?
Good. How are you doing?
Really good. Thank you very much. Really good. Let me know in the chat if you cannot hear James. I'm going to assume you can unless you tell me otherwise. And I know you will tell me otherwise. Alrighty. James, thank you so much for coming along. Hey, we've got James here today because why? Because I made a post on YouTube the other day and it kicked off a little bit. 850 votes, James. 850 votes. That got completely out of control. I asked, what did I ask? I asked this. I asked, I stated speedcubing is and I gave the option sport or hobby. And we got a lot of comments, most of them from James.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, a lot of that engagement was just from me.
It got you. It got you fired up.
It is a topic I like to yap about, to be fair. So
okay, well,
there we go.
Let's have an overview. Let us know. I suppose make your case for what you think. I'm not going to spoil it, but make your case for what your opinion is.
Yeah. So, well, first off, I really like this topic just because like it really appeals to like the competitive part of speedcubing, which is like what I most vibe with. I'm a competitive speedcuber and I really like the discussions that this spawns off. And it's been going around for like years and years and years as well. Like people have been making this poll for at least 15 years or something. But probably longer than that, honestly. It's probably people have been discussing this topic in like the 2000s and probably the 80s, back when the first World Championship happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's changed over time as well. Like I've liked seeing how it shifted from like back when I started cubing, a lot more people were like anti it being a sport, whereas now the narratives really changed the community. But as to my particular stance, I might surprise some people given how active I was in the comments, but I'm not really hardline on either side of this. I personally lean a little bit more towards it being a sport. But I think there are decent arguments for both sides. But my main thesis here is that anyone who says like 1000% it is a sport or 1000% it isn't, those are the people who are really wrong. And we'll get into why in a sec. But I guess, do you want me to just go over like the general arguments we see for like why it is and isn't a sport?
Yeah,
because it tends to be the same narrative sort of playing out. We
are going to pull on a variety of sources today, which is you and some comments and Google and ChatGPT. We're going to find out. We are going to go for some definitions today of what a sport is, because a lot of people have been loudly claiming what their definition of it is, and kind of ignoring the fact that there are actually definitions of what it is. And also context is important for what it is. So carry on. Present your case, I think.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just like go over what the usual like pro and against arguments are, because it tends to be the same ones whenever this discussion plays out. So generally the case for it being a sport is like there are competitions, it's like a competitive racing activity. We track records, we have world championships, like people are sponsored for it. It has all the trappings of a traditional sport, really. And so in all the competitive ways, it functions as a sport. And so that's the main argument there. But then the flip side of that is people look at traditional sports and they say, well, they're athletic. You need to be strong, or you need to be fast, or you need to have good balance or flexibility or whatever. All these things that, football or rugby or gymnastics or athletics or any sports that you're usually familiar with, they all have this element of physicality to them. And speedcubing really doesn't. And so, the anti-sport people will say, well, it's not a physical thing. You don't need to be athletic. It's not a sport. Which is a compelling argument, I think, like superficially. So I think when you look at that, it makes a lot of sense. And you say, yeah, of course, it's not a sport. But the thing is, if you look into it a bit more deeply, that's not actually what a sport is. That's not what defines a sport. It's a common thread, and the most popular sports in the world tend to have that as an aspect, but it's not a hard and fast rule by any means. So what I mean by that is you look at things like darts or like or lawn bowls or some sorts of motorsport, not like F1 because that does require physicality, but some sorts of motorsport, or like cue sports or a whole category of sports. And these are sports that don't necessarily require a ton of like personal athleticism, right?
Yeah.
You're not necessarily working up a sweat. You're not like hitting the gym to play darts or whatever. I mean, I risk stepping on some toes here because I don't know a ton about all these sports.
Careful.
But
I'm from a darts family, okay? So just careful.
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. But like shooting or whatever, there's all sorts of sports that don't require like a ton of strength or a ton of traditional athleticism.
Yeah.
And so I would say cubing is kind of at home in that category. And then there's an argument to be made there that those things don't require athleticism, but they still require like hand-eye coordination or like some sort of dexterity or that sort of thing. Like it's a trainable physical skill. It's just not like traditional strength or like cardiovascular fitness or whatever.
Yes.
And then I would say if you're counting anything that's like a trainable physical skill, cubing is that as well, right? Like the biggest thing that you improve as you get better at cubing is your physical ability to cube. Like I could do the same solutions as Yiheng, and I would average twice what Yiheng averages. Yeah. And you could do the same solutions as me, and you'd still average like 17 seconds, 18 seconds,
six
whatever.
times faster. Yeah, 6 times slower. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could do the same solutions as someone like just some random on the street, and they'd be averaging like 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's by far the biggest thing that you improve is your physical ability. It's your dexterity and your muscle memory, and it is this. Yeah, it's a physical thing. So I think in that respect, cubing is actually kind of closer to like traditional sports than it is to what we call mind sports, things like chess and Go and backgammon and some sorts of esports, because that is kind of another category. And so I think in terms of having this physical ability, being primarily a physical hobby, cubing is it's kind of a traditional sport in that respect. But the reason I say that I think people who are strongly on either side of this are kind of wrong, despite me saying I feel like it's a sport myself, is because we have all these exceptions. We have things that, well, sports need to be athletic, but these sports don't need to be athletic. What is a sport then? I think a sport is kind of just like, it's just a social construct. A sport is just whatever we say is a sport. Like asking, is it a sport, it's kind of a question that's impossible to definitively answer. It's like asking like how many languages are there, how many continents are there, or like what is a species, or I don't know, what is a salad, whatever. Any of these examples, like there's no way to actually answer them. No. It's just like what we agree. Yeah. And so I think it's quite a cool like poll question because it almost answers itself. Like if you ask that poll and like 99% of people say yes, then they're right. Then that means it is a sport because there's agreement that it's a sport. Whereas if you ask that poll and like 1% of people say yes, that means they're also right because it's not a sport because people are agreeing it's not a sport.
You're touching on something really interesting there. So obviously asking this in 2025, given that we've got some things going on at the moment in the shape of obviously the MSL, but as well as that in the shadow of the MSL, we've got the PSL, we've got Cubing Clash, we've got Speedcubing TV starting to test their new online systems as well. 59% responded yesterday saying yes, it is a sport. 10 years ago, pre-Red Bull, what do you think the vibe was? Do you think it would have showed a similar result or would it have skewed another way?
I think it would have skewed the other way. I think 10 years ago, it was 2015, it was starting to shift a little bit more towards sport than hobby than it used to be, but I think it was still broadly pro-hobby rather than pro-sport. Because, I remember, this discussion's happened time and time again, and I think generally speaking, 2015 era, at least from my experience, people were still pretty pro-hobby. They would have said maybe like 70-30, it's a hobby.
Mm-hmm. I think Curious Nick has just popped into the chat. At this point, it's right up there with is a hot dog a sandwich? Yeah, it's one of those because it's exactly. But I think really the answer is, well, it depends how you do it. It's both.
Because... Yeah, I think it depends how you do it, and it depends like on just what the community consensus is and what the wider consensus on it is. If we market ourselves as sport and we gain general awareness and people view it as a sport, that makes it a sport. Whereas if we focus on like the specific elements of cubing that are unique and that aren't like other sports, and we say like, no, we're not a sport, we're this unique thing, then we're probably not a sport. It's just a matter of like branding and awareness and all that sort of thing, I think.
I think packaging it like PSL, Cubing Clash, stuff like that. I think packaging it like that, we are presenting a sport.
Yeah, exactly.
But selling the cube, selling the idea of cubing, selling the community aspect of it, that's selling a hobby. That's promoting it as a hobby. And
yeah, kind of. I mean, it is promoting it as a hobby, but it's like a hobby that's associated with a sport, right? I mean, like all sorts of sports have these kind of side communities and stuff that are associated with them, and all sorts of industries that are not like directly people competing in it, but it's still all part of the broader sport.
It might be time for a definition, eh? What is the definition?
Yeah.
Of sport. Let's ask Google. Let's see what Google. Oh, we're not getting Google AI this time. Okay, I'm just gonna pop a screen up in front of your face here for everyone else. So, dictionary, sport, an activity. Well, here we go. The first one here is an activity involving physical exertion and skill, in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. That's a good one from the Oxford Dictionary. Now, physical exertion, though, is the bit that people get hung up on and that people kind of argue about.
And so if you were to use just that first definition, obviously there are a few definitions, but if you were to use just that first one, physical exertion and skill, I guess darts isn't a sport. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, no. I think darts is a sport.
Yeah.
Darts players are athletes. They're not athletic.
Yeah, exactly.
But they are athletes.
So, yeah.
Which is where we get into the sort of grounds of like semantics to an extent. But yeah, I think it's both in how it's presented. It is chess. What do we reckon about chess? Well, here we go. We've got an AI overview from this one. I'm going to tell you what the system says, everyone. Who's I think an Iron was in the chat saying chess is not, or he was for. I can't remember. I'm slandering an Iron in the chat now because I can't remember what he said. But AI says, yes, chess is recognized as a sport by the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, and over 100 countries worldwide. Despite not being an Olympic sport, it's recognized by the IOC as an Olympic sport. So, going on from that, IOC recognizes chess as a sport, meaning it meets the criteria of competition, skill, and organization required for a sport. Is the brain not a muscle, everyone? Is it not a muscle? Are you not training a muscle?
I think we might need to revisit our biology classes there.
I'll ask Laura. Hold on, I'll get one of our textbooks. Dave Neville making the case. No, and Iron's not having it. Not a sport. Dave, chess not a sport. No one's convinced that Google AI reckons you're wrong. That FIDE is recognized as an official federation by the IOC. So we've got this going on in the WCA. We have a committee working on this. Hey, do you remember the name of it?
WSOT, the WCA Sports Organization Team, I think it is.
Sports Organization. Is that the one Chris is on? I forget. But
yes.
Is this one of the reasons why we're going down the IOC route?
Yeah, so the IOC route it was tied up with trying to get competitions back in China. But certainly the IOC, going down the IOC route does have its own unique benefits, like IOC recognition. If we're officially recognized as a sport, that opens up more avenues for like grants and various other things. So there are concrete benefits to being recognized as an IOC sport. It's not about getting into the Olympics, which is what some people have said over the years. The WCA has no plans of getting cubing in the Olympics, and that's not a realistic goal.
It did make
IOC recognition.
It made an excellent thumbnail and title, though. I will say that.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Got some clicks.
But yeah, IOC recognition is something that would be good to go for. Yeah, but in this topic of is cubing a sport or whatever, the IOC doesn't decide that. Like the IOC has a list of things, but like not being on the list doesn't mean you're not a sport.
Yeah,
and being on the list, by contrast, also doesn't necessarily mean you are a sport, in my opinion.
I'm just starting a poll about whether or not your brain is a muscle. I'm going to find out what the chat reckons. But yeah, no, you're right. But there are benefits. What are the benefits of being recognized as a sport by the IOC, for example? Do you know that?
So this is something that I don't 100% know. You would be better off talking to like Chris or some members of the WSOT. My understanding is that there are like opportunities for funding and grants and stuff through the through various organizations that would only go to like accredited IOC organizations, and so being one of those is helpful in that sense. But if you want to get specific about it, then I'm not really the guy to talk to, because it's a complicated topic, which is why we have a whole team about it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can't even find. It's not easily Googleable either, so I'm not gonna waste too much time on that. But I think, from my understanding, it opens up avenues of funding that you have to be like. Some funding is only available to registered charities or registered not-for-profits. Some funding is only recognized to IOC. Is only available to IOC recognized sports in that respect.
Exactly.
Manu saying we haven't heard from the WSOT in a while. I know. Hey, I wonder if Chris is on that one. So far,
he is.
He is on that one. Yeah, WSOT.
Yeah, so WSOT went quiet for a while because their first big thing was the Taiwan recategorization, which was obviously very controversial. But that got done, and then after that, they didn't have any work for a while. But my understanding is that in the last like 6 months or whatever, they've been sort of winding back up behind the scenes and getting into other tasks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which hopefully we'll see the fruits of in the next like few months.
Yeah, right. Curious Nick making the case the brain is not a muscle, but it gets stronger with use. So are you making the case for or against? That's a good one, Nick. You've got us good there. I need more votes on the yes side. The yes was leading, but now no's taken over, which proves that it's obviously a flawed poll, and I've got the wording of it wrong. That's the only explanation. Okay. So let's not go and roast the comments because that's got me in trouble in the past. So let's not do that.
I've already done that. That's fine.
Well, you've already done that. You've been all over it. Yes, that's fair. But speaking about sports, as we've got you here, I thought it would be fun to have a bit of a yap about PSL, which is of course presenting speedcubing as a sport. And it's happened now. So the lead up to PSL, there was a fair bit of like, bit of discussion around whether it was going to work, whether it was going to happen, whether it was going to be good for cubing or whatever. Some of that stuff we can't tell yet. We don't really know. But where were you, would you reckon, in the lead up to PSL? What was your vibe on it? You weren't full hater, not even slightly.
I was not full hater. I was a fan of the concept. I'm always a fan of like new formats for exploring cubing. I thought the Red Bull thing was cool. I thought, the SSL was really cool. I loved watching Monkey League. So I loved the idea of it, but I was a bit skeptical of some of the implementation things that I saw, particularly the financial side of things. I didn't really see how that was going to make much sense. And that side of things, I don't think my mind's changed that much on it from the first couple of events. I will say I was a little skeptical of, how exciting it would be, and it was very exciting. I don't know how much of that was representative of the format as a whole, or how much of that was specifically like Timon and Maddie and Dylan just happening to pop off in these first few events. But yeah, I was a little bit skeptical, but a fan of the concept, and let's go from there.
Yeah, so I think with the financials, you're probably right. I don't think it takes a financial genius to work out that they're probably losing money at the moment, and that's to be expected, I think, until it gains momentum and more people go and all that kind of stuff. Because obviously they opened it up for 64 people, but they didn't get 64 people in any of the brackets. But they got enough to put on a show, and the format itself, I think, just the chaotic nature of it, like with what happened to... Did you watch the last one, the one at San Diego?
Yeah, watched both.
So
I didn't quite catch 100% of the San Diego broadcast, but like all the big moments.
Yeah. So Greiser, of course, had a bit of a rough time, and there was a bit of an upset there. It was my memory's so bad, but it was Dylan Miller he went up against and got knocked out. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got knocked down to the lower bracket by Dylan and then got knocked out by Brendan, was it?
That's right. It was Brendan. It was Brendan Dunnigan. Yeah. Okay. So, Great to see Brendan competing as well. He put on a good show. But yeah, those
Oh yeah, he's
those
cracked.
he is, hey.
Yeah.
Those moments are made it really captivating for me. Like I'm kind of I kind of planted my flag fairly early on. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, bring it on. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to watch this. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Interested to see where they go next. I like what it's kind of. Well, here's my question that I've been kind of pondering. Do you think, is it possible, and you've been in the game longer than I have. I started cubing like 2016, 17. You're way earlier than that, or
2011.
2011. Okay, so you've seen. Oh yeah, Manu in the chat. Shout out Varun. You've seen things come and go in cubing. You've seen trends. You've seen generations and all that kind of stuff. Not to age you too much, but you know what I mean. You've seen.
Oh, no, I'm an old man in cubing.
You've seen peak Felix. You've seen peak Max. You're seeing peak Yiheng. Yeah. Is it possible that we're entering a new golden age? Is it possible that we're entering a new sort of peak phase in cubing, do you reckon? With PSL, Cubing Clash, Cubing Clash is not a one-off. It's happening again. We'll talk about that in the show later on. Do you think it's possible that we're entering a new peak age of cubing, a new golden age?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the whole idea of a golden age is kind of a myth in the sense that if you look at the history of cubing, apart from like the COVID years when like a lot of stuff just wasn't happening, but generally speaking, year on year, it's gotten faster and more competitive and just more impressive. I mean, there have been like freak outliers like Felix, where like at his peak, obviously that was a specific exciting element that wasn't quite as present in like 2019 or something when he was being caught. But in terms of just like the growth of cubing and the broadcast and just like the level of competition, I think, it's gotten better every single year. And now we're starting to see this element of almost, sports broadcast, like spectator events that we haven't really seen explored very much in the past. And so I'm really excited to see how that progresses in the next few years. Yeah,
I think because when I talk, so for me, so golden age is subjective. For me, what the golden age was in recent years, from what I've seen, was when there was the sort of the double whammy of Red Bull, a couple of years of Red Bull, and then the documentary. Because every single cube store was killing it back then. We were all selling so many cubes because we became we were in the zeitgeist, as it were. It became something that was almost impossible to miss. Like everyone knew about it and it was happening. It's why I wax on and on and on and about how good Red Bull was. Despite all the technicalities of it, it put speedcubing in front of so many people in a way that it hadn't been before. And I just wonder if executed properly by PSL and by Speedcubing TV, if we can get it popping and in front of people, get eyeballs on it, I wonder later this year or 2025, which year is it? 2026. I wonder if we could see another one of those coming.
Yeah, I find it hard to imagine the same sort of spike happening because I think there was a really unique combination of factors, right? It was Red Bull, but then it was also the Netflix documentary, and then I think the biggest thing was just everyone was at home with COVID.
There was that.
They were locked down for a while. They had nothing to do, and then as soon as comps came back, which was this huge spike, everything was filling up like faster than anyone could register.
Yeah.
And just the biggest competitions in the world were happening right about then.
Yeah.
And that's starting to tail off now, and suddenly. Maybe something like PSL could help with sort of bring back kind of what Red Bull brought, but I think it'd be very hard to recapture those other factors. And also, even with that, I find it hard to imagine PSL getting like the level of funding and the level of visibility that Red Bull had, because obviously they have orders of magnitude more resources to put into it.
Yeah.
Whereas PSL's starting like from the ground up, right? And so hopefully over time it can build into something really, really huge and really awesome. But we'll just have to see how that goes. And again, that ties back into my skepticism around the financials, where it's like, the first few events can lose money, but you do need to start making money at some point if you want to grow it, right?
Yeah. If I'm standing back and looking at it, so I'm not as much as I enjoy it and I talk to Michael Chai every now and then about it, and I paid some money to be a sponsor on the broadcast and run some ads. I'm not technically involved. What they need, from my perspective, just standing looking at it as someone who enjoys watching it and someone who wants to see it succeed and wants to see Speedcubing grow, the next move is big sponsors outside of cubing.
Yeah.
With cash.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they need big title sponsors if they want to make it make sense. I don't think it's very sustainable as just a kind of grassroots thing where the money comes from registration fees and stuff.
You can't bootstrap it forever. No, that's not how a business works. You can bootstrap it for a year, but at some point it's got to make money. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Yeah. And I think, honestly, on that financial side, I was already a bit skeptical, and the Berkeley comp especially, almost maybe more pessimistic on that respect, which sounds dire to say, but the fact that they were planning for a 64-person bracket in an area that, as far as I'm aware, regularly gets 100+ person comps, and they got 18 registrations.
18 registrations.
That's pretty dire. I mean, I know that there were more people spectating as well who weren't competing.
Yeah, there were.
But still, that was actually worse than I expected. So yeah, hopefully it can grow. I mean, the first couple of events definitely put on a show and made a strong case for why it's an amazing spectator event, and definitely the viewership numbers that surprised me.
They were
the fact that the first one got 700 viewers at peak, something like that.
First one peaked at famously peaked at 699, which is annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I was surprised how many people were watching it. Hopefully that online hype can translate to more in-person registrations over the next few months. But we'll just have to see. One thing that I will say, I loved how PSL has made the most compelling case possible for 4-pad mode, and specifically for 4-pad mode not needing a database reset, because within 2 competitions we have 3 solves sub 3.5, and all 3 of them are faster than their solvers WCA PRs, right?
Yeah.
Dylan's is way faster.
Full step.
Dylan's is 0.7, or it's 0.8 seconds faster, something like that. I think his PR is 4.26.
4.2, yeah.
And he got a 3.49, so ridiculous. And so the fact that, and even if you discount singles, right, Maddie and Dylan, not quite so much team on, but Maddie and Dylan were solving better in the PSL than they ever have in WCA competitions. Even if you looked at averages, they were briefly sub 5. They could have set sub 5 averages of 5, and they've never done that in WCA comps. So even with 4-pad mode, they were still at their very fastest. And so I think that's a pretty clear demonstration that it would not need a database reset, at least for 3x3. For things like 2x2 or Pyraminx or Cube, it might be a slight different story. But for the main event, no, you wouldn't need a database reset.
Yeah, I agree with you. Matty disagreed. He reckoned it would need a reset, which was weird because I find that quite confusing.
Yeah.
But
I found it so funny. He comes off the back of his best performance ever. And he's like, no, I don't need a reset. I'm like, it just wouldn't though. Team on later in that stream, he had it right, I think, where he said the records might slow down for a little bit in some areas, but give it 6 months, people will just improve and beat the records. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I thought that was a good case. I thought that was a good point and a good case. Dylan's in the chat reminding me, interesting tidbit, there was a lot of people who attended both Berkeley and San Diego who had never been to a WCA event. I found that when I spoke to the guys last week, I found that absolutely mind-blowing, that there were people there who it was their first competition, like the kid that went up against Timon in the first round. That was his first ever comp experience, which hopefully hasn't scarred him for life. Yeah.
Well, I think he'd just be excited at that point. If he knows, I think if he's registering for this, he probably knows who Timon is, and he probably knew exactly how that was going to go down. And I mean, that's got to be so exciting, competing against Timon Goloshinsky, your very first competition.
Yeah.
If I turned up to my first comp and Felix was there going head to head with me, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good outcome. Hey. I was sort of weighing that up in my mind and just kind of going, despite everything, this has given us an incredible platform to just play with the regs and actually solve a few hypotheticals that we're talking about. And so testing out 2 major things that I can think of, testing out 4-pad mode and testing out the M slice +2. Do you have thoughts on that, by the way? What do you think about the M slice +2?
I don't have strong thoughts. I've seen arguments for and against it. I think actually what makes the most sense, which people hate me for this, what makes the most sense is just if it's a +2, it's not solved. Like the cube's misaligned, it's not solved. I think objectively speaking, if we're looking at a solved versus unsolved puzzle, that makes the most sense. And so then M slice would be a DNF as well. But yeah, I think in practical terms, like M slice being a +2 is fine. I don't really care one way or the other, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, maybe just because you could just bypass +2, like in clock. Just be like, well,
it's just a DNF.
Is it solved? Yeah. Yes or no?
Yeah, exactly. I think in terms of like the practical repercussions, like having M slice being a +2, or just any slice move being a +2 promotes method diversity. Like it makes room more viable, which I think is a good thing.
I think that's
yeah, CFOP having a monopoly isn't good for anything, even as a CFOP solver, or ZB solver now, I guess, but it's kind of the same thing.
Oh, careful. So careful. I've been chewed for that.
Well, okay. Technically speaking, I'm not a CFOP solver anymore, at least with my home practice.
Yeah.
Because I know full ZB, but yeah, that's irrelevant to the discussion.
I've just had a message on Discord from someone who I'm not going to name, but someone who is involved, who is staff on WCA, just saying you may be onto something about playing with the regs, winky face. And it's like, oh, okay, it's WCA watching PSL. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is cool.
I'm not going to name them.
Yeah, it's also cool to have the PSL as kind of a low stakes way to do that, but also
exactly.
It seems to be their attitude that they're willing to play with stuff like this, that they're saying, well, the regs might not be exactly the same from one event to the next. We'll just, we'll develop it and see what works.
Yeah. Yes. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate your time, James, as always. I'm going to move on to some other hardware stuff and things now, but I appreciate your thoughts on PSL. Appreciate your thoughts on... What did we decide? Is it a sport or a hobby, or is it both? I think it's both, eh?
Yeah, I think it's both. I lean more towards sport personally, but my main thing is just it's a sport if we say it's a sport. It's not if it's not.
Well, on that point, I can't remember if I said this on stream or if I said it on a call, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to start calling it a sport, and I'm just going to start calling cubers athletes, and I'm just going to start saying it, and then other people will start saying it, and it will become a thing, and that's all it is. Yeah. It's just semantics, you know.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, it just depends on what we agree it is.
It's a state of mind. It's a state of mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
As long as we're all cubing and having fun, then does it really matter at the end of the day? James, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know how it is. I'm gonna carry on with the show, and I'm gonna hang up on you, and I'm sure we'll see more of you in the chat. Thank you very much, James. Take it easy. There we are, James McDermott, everyone. What a gent. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. What's the poll saying? Ugh, it's still not saying yes yet, so I refuse to end the poll. All right, I'm not doing it. Actually, I'll make it go away. And then I'll reword the poll in a way that's ambiguous, and then I will win. Is your brain a muscle? No, 50%. I'm asking Laura when she gets home. Maybe I'll text her. Hold on a minute, everyone. I'm gonna text Laura. I'm gonna ask a medical professional. Are there any medical professionals in the chat? Just by the way, shout out. Thank you for your service. Love your work. Here we go. Oh, Charlie got a certificate in assembly today. That's cool. Hey, I'm streaming. Can you answer a question? Is the brain a muscle? Ideally, yes or no. Ideally, yes or no. But if neither, then please dumb it down. Dumb it down. Thank you, love you. All right, there we go. I've asked a professional, everyone. We'll have an answer soon. All right, we'll have an answer soon. What an intriguing message. You may be onto something about playing with the regs, winky face. Okay. Okay. Mystery messenger. Okay, we'll see if anything appears in the future. Right. what are we doing, everyone? Let's do a couple of bits, and then I should have. Then I'm gonna have to have a snack break because otherwise, you know how it is. Otherwise, things will get a little bit crazy. Okay. Here we are. Here we are, everyone. This is what I want to talk about. Oh, let's just do this properly. Bear with me, everyone. Instagram on computer is weird. You have to do weird stuff to make things appear properly. If you save something, you gotta save it somewhere. Right, here we go. Cubing Clash 2, everyone. Cubing Clash 2 has been announced by the Cubicle just this morning. Cubing Clash 2. Well, at least I think so. I think so. Why do I think so? Let me explain. April the 1st, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I wonder. I mean, this wouldn't be a great April Fool's prank if it is one. To be like, here's an event, buy your ticket. Psych, it was only a joke, it's April Fool's, idiots. I don't think it's an April Fool's, but the date is sus. But anyway, the Cubicle official. Cubing Clash was a blast, so we're back with an even more epic sequel. Tune in to our live stream next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time to watch another Timon versus Yiheng showdown. Will Timon avenge himself, or will Yiheng prove to be too challenging? This race will be a fresh, never-before-seen format. A player must ace his opponent by winning 3 in a row to win a set. So that's interesting, everyone. That's interesting, isn't it? So not only is it first to 3, it's first to 3 in a row. So we could have a lot going on here. We could have a long match. Now, a number of things are happening here. One, new format. 2, it's being live streamed this time on YouTube, on the Cubicle's YouTube channel. Is it a live event? Because they're saying grand finals in prestigious skyscraper venue. Excuse me? What does that mean? Does that mean this event? Is this a grand final? What's going on here, the Cubicle? Is this officially becoming a series? RA Perm thinks it's an April Fool's. Well, it's not a ticketed event this time, is it? Cube Clash. It is not a ticketed event this time. Oh, cool stickers. It must be online, and it's on a Tuesday. Wait, this Tuesday? Oh, yeah, so I guess this is online only. Because they wouldn't be announcing this event and having it like this. I don't know. Are there any comments? There are no comments that I can see. Curious Nick, it could definitely be April Fool's. They did something similar before. They are kind of goofy photos. The photos are kind of lol. You can't preemptively announce an April Fool. Can you? Am I getting played live on air? Make your case, Curious Nick. They did something similar before for an April Fool. But first to 3 in a row. Let's just think about that for a second. First to 3 in a row. RA Perm, you're right. It seems suspicious. First to 3 in a row. Is an interesting format change. Just thinking about that, it's like that's very risky. You could have rounds lasting like half an hour, 40 minutes. There was a Kolaczynski versus Park video. Was there? Was that a previous April Fool that I missed? Oh, breaking news. No, we'll come back to that. Was there an April Fool's that I missed? Dave Neville, yeah, first to 3 in a row sounds wacky, eh? Good Boy, on the other hand, saying it's an interesting event, so I hope it's real. What have I missed? What was the Timon versus Max? Is it on YouTube? Where? That's them trying familiar scrambles. That's the meeting. A Cookie Robber saying quite fairly, it would be a risky format if it wasn't Yiheng. Yeah, that's fair. A Cole Cooper. Yes, it was Timon's brother versus Max's brother. Is this it? No, that's straight up Timon and Max.
Fun giving and like.
Okay, so what about? Was it on YouTube or was it on Instagram? I didn't see this. I did not see this. Can anyone give me some information? Okay, people saying now as well, Tuesday is sus. Why wouldn't you have this on a weekend? I guess, but it's a live stream event. It's not IRL. You wouldn't have had Cube and Clash IRL during the week. You would have had that on the weekend. It's on YouTube. I'm going to need a link, everyone. The Cubicle, Timon's brother versus, oh, for goodness sake, versus Max brother. If someone can hit me up on Discord with that, because you won't be able to post it in the chat. I'm not seeing it, everyone. Ephemica, April 1st is being skipped this year. The calendar goes from March 31st to April 2nd. Sure. Is that like how there's like Gullible's not in the dictionary? Is that one of those? You know what? I still haven't watched the match yet either. Might just have to do. It's Kolozinski versus Park. Okay. How do you spell that? Kolozinski versus Park.
Hello and welcome to. Pretty much since it came out, he's done.
This is again. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Park, I wanted.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so this was this it? Sure. Fair enough. I missed this one. I guess what was the result? Because that's so they just psyched at some point. They just went psych. Or did Max call a timeout? Is that what happened?
Here, so that's who I'm rooting for. You know, gotta love a good underdog. So, oh, interesting. It looks like Max is getting up. Hold on,
Phil's doing
1 second.
acting. Everyone, hold on.
Check what's going on here. It looks like he's looking for some lube for his cube. So when he comes back with his looped cube, I think we should be all set to begin.
No way. I did the same thing when Chris was here. Remember when I did a psych and brought in Chris and did some solves?
Maybe he's doing the same thing. Yeah, maybe. So
Phil
we'll give the
acting
competitors 1 to 2 minutes
is
to
always
return.
fun.
Then we should start the match. Who's that? Yeah, who is this? I believe
Okay.
that's.
I can't deal with it. Okay, all right. Okay. So there's precedent, is what I'm hearing. There's precedent. There is 100% precedent. Now I've seen that. Now I have some context. I've got to be honest. I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. This is 100% a setup. This is 100% a setup, isn't it, everyone? We are being baited here. We are 100% being baited. I wonder what they're going to do with it. Is it going to be... Who would it be? Well, Timon's brother already has precedent. He's solved cubes before on video. Yiheng doesn't have any siblings. Well, actually, I don't know that. I don't know that at all. Why did I even say that out loud? I don't know if Yiheng has any siblings. Could it be Timon's brother versus Yiheng's mom? Is that what we're gonna see? Good Boy is on the case as well. I agree now too. What up, Zay the Kid? Welcome along. I Yeah, Heron, the weird pics, the pics right here. This is not giving the same attitude as Cubing Clash. Ephemica, surprise, psych! It's Timon Mike versus Yihang Mike. I don't know. I was excited, man. This is such a swing. At the start of the stream, I was like, "Yo, Cubing Clash 2, it's back. They're actually going to do it." But I'm absolutely convinced that this is nothing now, which is a shame because I would like to see more Cubing Clash. But I think they got me. Dang it. I think I just got live on air. Dang it. Well, I think that's that, everyone. I think the Cubicle are playing with us, and that's fine. Hey, by the way, we had an update from Laura. I asked her, "Is the brain a muscle?" And she said, "No, it's not," and sent me an eye roll emoji. So, sounds like she's on the fence. Sounds like it's not a clear-cut answer. Is what I'm picking up from that. I'll just respond. So, what you're saying is basically yes. Yeah, cool. All right, cool. Glad we cleared that up, everyone. We got a medical professional in on it. And I think I was proved right. Okay, cool. That was Cubing Clash 2, everyone. Do you want to see something cool? Just a cool internet thing. It's broadcasting. You want to see a cool internet thing, everyone? So this is the Max Park was featured on the New York Times, which is pretty cool. Hey, like, that's some mainstream coverage right there. But what's more cool about it is just what the content itself looks like. So it says right here, don't think, just solve. Max Park is a long-time speedcubing world record holder for the 3x3x3 cube. His best official time is 3.13 seconds. Whoa! Let's show you how he does it. And then you scroll down here and you see a big picture and you think, oh, okay, sure. Is that it? Is this a video? Can I click it? I can't click it. Maybe there's something at the bottom. I'll scroll down some more. And then as you scroll down, some text appears. What? Max solves a cube using a method developed by Jessica Friedrich in 1982. Shout out. The method is now widely known as CFOP for its 4 stages. Cross, F2L, OLL, and PLL. And then as you scroll down further, you control this little video. As you scroll up and down, you can sort of DJ with Max. I'll put the link in the chat for you, everyone. Okay, so here we go. You keep scrolling through, and it counts as moves and the seconds as well. Which is pretty chill. And I enjoy. Max solves with a white cross pattern. It's on the bottom, out of view. That's because we're very, very good at cubes, everyone. If you're real good at cubes, then you do white cross on the bottom. Then he aims to solve the first 2 layers, the F2L, in tandem. 20 moves in, 22. Solving at this speed is all about instinct and intuition, everyone. Honed by practice. Practice perfects pattern recognition, mental memory, and muscle memory. Okay, sure. It's like playing chess at the speed of ping pong. Schwan Park, Max is dead. That's quite a good analogy, actually. I'll give you that. Beginners solve the cube using some 100 moves. I think I'm still like 80 moves or something like that. 1 cubie at a time. Are they officially called cubies? Do we have a citation on that? 1 cubie at a time? Elite solvers, like me, solve multiple cubies simultaneously. Well, combining or condensing steps and taking advantage of random lucky breaks in patterns encountered from one turn to the next. Let's keep going. Let's see what it says next. Max finishes the first 2 layers in 42 moves, according to the way speedcubers count moves. Okay, Shade. What's that about? Not bad. Okay. All right, New York Times. You seem to know a lot about it. He then orientates the last layer. Ooh, what? Look at that OLL. What's this OLL with the M move? That's nice, isn't it? What was that OLL, everyone? By arranging the yellow pieces face up. In this case, 6 of the yellow pieces were already oriented up. And Max orientates the 2 remaining pieces by move 52. This is actually quite a lot of moves for Max, isn't it? And I'm pretty sure this is a GB. Keep a close eye on this one, everyone. I'm pretty sure Max has got a GB here. Why do I say that? Because I saw... Come on now. I see that pair here, and I think there's green headlights on this side. You watch how clever I am. See, I think you can see green headlights there, so I'm pretty sure that was a GB. Minimus, Max pseudo-slotting on NYT, was he? I didn't see that. But yeah, I guess you're right, because he did the cross, and then he did a D move, didn't he? Finally, he arranges or permutes the last layer. And with that, presto, at move 66, he solves the cube. In competition, he would aim for 55 to 60 moves. How do we rate Max's timer stop? We happy with that? Yeah, we'll give him that, hey? We'll give him that. Interesting that Max is using a GAN Halo timer. Okay. The execution was average, said Max. What do we think? 66 moves in 5.6 seconds. Was it average? I think you might be selling yourself a bit short there, Max. I mean, he does have a 3.1 in competition, to be fair. But I thought that was cool. One, because we got Speedcubing in the New York Times before GTA 6. And also, I just love the way that they did that in a sort of scrolling frame-by-frame thing. I thought that was badass. Oh, I can't believe I got. First by the cubicle and then by my wife. Gosh dang it. And by the chat. Gosh dang it. Okay, everyone. Yeah, James, GAN Halo timer. Chris was singing the praises of the GAN Halo. Wait, trying to remember if... No, he's not sponsored by a cube company, is he? Yeah, no, Chris was saying the GAN Halo timer is cool as well. In conversation the other day. I was just I just nearly got someone in trouble there, but then I remembered it's fine. Yes, we're going to do the states today. We absolutely are, whoever it was that asked. 11.7 TPS. I suppose that is quite slow for Max, isn't it? That is quite average for Max. Okay, Max. Okay, Max. We see you. That's fine. Ooh, excuse me. I think I need to go grab a Coke and maybe a snack as well. So I'm going to be back in like a minute max. We've got 36 viewers. Can we maintain 36 viewers while I go and grab a snack? Let's find out. Where is the button? Here's the button here. That's the button. Right, I'm going to get a snack. Back in a minute. Keyboard a little bit. Spat on my keyboard a little bit. I just bumped into Laura there. And yeah, no, the brain's not a muscle. Oh, I can't show that on stream. She said, and I quote, "Come here, I'll open your head and we'll see if it's a muscle." I politely declined. I need a snack break screen. Hey, don't forget you can play in the chat with 8-Ball. I'll show you how. You need to type exclamation mark and then 8-Ball and then ask a question. Is the brain a muscle? I'm not giving up on this. Let's see what 8-Ball says. If in fact it's working today. Sometimes it takes a second to wake up. Where are you, 8-Ball? Are you there? Did 8-Ball break? Oh, here we go. That's ambiguous. I'm not sure what question 8-Ball's answering there. I'll ask again. 8-Ball. Is the brain a muscle? Okay. Here we go. Come on there. Yeah, see? I told you. I told you the brain was a muscle. We should ask ChatGPT. Let's do that. Okay. What can I help with? Hi, ChatGPT. My live stream chat are being what's the word? What are you being? Are being contrarian. Oops, my shift button popped off. That's awkward. Can you please tell me if the human brain, I should say, human brain is a muscle? Let's check. Alright, here we go. Hey, your chat is being contrarian? Classic. See, even ChatGPT knows your nonsense. No, the human brain is not a muscle. I can't believe. ChatGPT's down, everyone. Oh, that said you can train your brain like a muscle. This information I like. By learning new things, solving problems, and staying mentally active. But if your chat is saying you should take your brain to the gym for some deadlifts, they might be trolling you. Yo, what's up with ChatGPT today? Why are you so zesty, ChatGPT? Love your work. Right. That's enough of that, everyone. That's enough of that. Chaos Cube. As a biologist, this makes me chuckle because it's so funny how often you're asked this question and you have to say, obviously, it is a muscle. That makes sense. Today's stream brought to you by Copium. Let's have a look at something a little bit suspect, everyone. I wish I had some suspect music for this. Something a little bit suspect. This is actually 6 days ago by Banana Boy Cuber on r/newcubes. Has anyone else noticed this? Has anyone else noticed this? This was a picture posted by Chi of a little cube collection. That's nice, isn't it? But wait. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Everyone. We've got the purple boy. We've got the red and white boy. We've got the standard black and white. We've got this guy. Is that released? Peach and blue. We've got the Chinese knot one. And we've got the blue, glacier blue. But what's happening here? What's in here, everyone? What's this? What's going on? There are some comments. If they didn't blur it, it would probably draw less attention, lol. This is the green teal clock they are suggesting. Banana Boy, the green clock came fourth in the Chi clock vote, so that's why I'm assuming it will be released soon. And yes, near the start of 2024, there was a vote. And of course there was. I remember this post very, very well. So let's have a look on. So here we go. This is the Instagram. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's the wrong line. Here's the Instagram post where it happened. So it was 5 weeks ago. They post a lot because I had to kind of dig back and get that. But here was the original post. And then here's the old post with the vote. Okay? This was the one where they asked people to vote on which cube color they liked the best. And unfortunately, the world got it wrong, which was pretty brutal. There's such good ones in here. Number 3, the sort of matrix green, matrix code green and black. That's one they should have picked but didn't. I don't hate this one. It's kind of violent in its color. The green and pink one. Wait, no, was that the one? No, it's like the teal and pink one, is it? Is it the same as that one? What's happening here? Is it that one? Is that the one they're releasing, number 15? No, it's way more teal. There's not much pink on it. It's not that one because I can see pink in there. I'm convinced. So I think it might be 15, but then that one's not far from 15. This one's also wild with the sort of lime green and purple. And we've seen Glacier Blue. Obviously, that one's come out. The blue one is very cool. The Chi Blue is the best looking one so far. I would agree with that. I like this kind of earthy, this sort of camo vibe going on here, the sort of earth green. But now I'm looking at this, I am a little bit confused as to what I'm looking at. No, I wanted saved. Oh, there they are. I wanted, because if you go into saved from a different angle, then it looks different. If I go in here now, we'll get a better look at it. Now, am I mad? Or does that look the same as that blurred out? Because that's like light blue and pink, which could be is that a custom one? Is that a custom one? Or has that been released? Because I don't see that in this one. Unless it's that one. Oh. And if it is that one, then why did they blur one and not the other? Or is it number 12 that's blurred? And am I imagining that I'm seeing pink there? Like, what are we seeing here? Is my question. What did they say on Reddit again? The Chi green clock leaked, I think. So I can't tell for sure which one it is. It could be that one, couldn't it? It could be 12. I tell you what, I think maybe it is that one. Right? It's not any of these brutal looking ones. I still love them. I still would have loved to have seen number 3. Maybe I'll just have to make my own number 3. Heron, you're seeing green? Oh no, is this the blue dress, gold dress thing again? I don't want to instigate that. It must be that one. I'm very confused by this. It has a bit more green than the blue one here. But also, has that one been officially released? Did I miss that one? Where the hell is it? Did I miss the release of number 15? Oh, Chaos. The pink blue is a limited edition. Oh, only 100 were released of that one. Well. There we are. Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like... Minimus, don't start. I'm not talking about that dress. I'm not doing it. I can't go down that. I can't live that again. It looks as though we are getting a new Chi clock, which I think is that one. Did we say 12? Did we agree on 12? Yeah, Heron said probably 12. I think we're getting that one, everyone, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a minty green. Is it a minty green, though, or is it a blue? Right, okay. Oh, all right, we're doing it. We're doing it, everyone. Is that new number 12 clonk? Number 12, blue or green? Blue, green. Let's add another option for no. Neither. There you go. That's a good poll. I'm pretty happy with that. It looks like a kind of minty blue. What does the chat say? Okay. Green is getting cooked so far. I mean, we're 4 votes in, but green's getting cooked. Yeah, it's like teal. Dave Neville, no, it's a clonk. I think you've got that wrong. Alright, Perm, yeah, no, you've got that wrong. It is a clonk. Teal is neither blue nor green. Teal just identifies teal. It has no association. Okay, we have one outlier. Curious Nick, turquoise. Oh my gosh. Okay, interesting. Well, blue is leading so far. So it feels to me like it's a variation of blue. But actually, Georgie, my daughter's favorite colors are like turquoise and teal, so I should ask her. I'll consult with her. I can't text her just now because she's 7 and at school. So, well, there we go, everyone. Looks as though we are getting a new clonk. That's exciting. It looks like it's going to be that sort of teal, possibly turquoise, greeny, blue. A fight for the ages, working out which one it's going to be. It looks blue in there. Friends, to me, it looks blue in there. But that's cool. Hey, I like that one. I like that one. Blue, the blue, Glacier Blue's cool. This one is outstanding. The pink blue is outstanding. That one's my all-time favorite. Minimus, it's grey, but I'm colorblind, so don't take my word for it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Curious Nick making the case that turquoise is a mix of blue and green. Okay, I can see that this is going to have to be another poll for the community page, I think. That much is clear. That much is clear. Thank you for entertaining me, everyone. Appreciate it. Right. What do we want? Well, MGC 3 beta. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, MGC 3. No. Try that again. MGC have released a new 3x3. Phil from the Cubicle says it does not suck. Which, from Phil, about an MGC cube, is like pretty high praise, honestly. We'll look at a bit of the video from the Cubicle in a second, but first of all, we are gonna have a look at the limited editions that have come out. MGC are obviously so into their new 3x3. They're so about it that they have decided it's worthy of a limited edition. And I tell you what, she is pretty, eh? That's a good looking limited edition. Real good looking limited edition. You can see the little holes here that make it look like a pseudo smart cube. So this is the pink one. Beautiful little magnet capsules in there. This is what I'm talking about, though. Green's my favorite color, everyone. And this one is very, very cool. Heron Cubing reckons they tried one at a comp last Saturday. I'm assuming a regular one and not a limited edition. Tell us, Heron Cubing, how did you go with it? But aren't these stunning? Aren't these absolutely stunning? I'm hoping they come with stickers. That would be cool. So you can sticker them up and shred. Any delegates in the chat? Manu? James? WCA legal? If it was stickered, it would be A. Surely. Heron, yes, you meant the normal one. RA Prime Green is also my favorite color. Shout out. The pink one looks very good. Agreed. Well, you're both wrong. The green one's better. Zolt cubes. The pink looks amazing. We'll definitely get, and the green. Cosmo and Wanda think they slick. Okay, sure. I don't know what that means. That is the MGC 3 beta limited edition. It has come out. Manu is saying definitely not legal in my opinion. State your case. I want a citation, Manu. I want a reg. So they are out, but also the regular cube itself is out as well.
So
Phil's got some thoughts. So in the VOD, I'll put the link to the video down in the description. You should go and watch it and give it a like.
3 versions. Over here, this is the standard one.
Standard.
This one is the standard one, except there's a ball core and supposedly UV. This is the same thing.
Okay, shade. Ball core and suspicious UV.
That, except it has maglev. So I think like this cube occupies a good space in that price range because its only competition is the RS3V5, the Hooray, and perhaps the XT3.
Ooh, I mean, coming up against the RS3MV5 though, that's tough. Jaden, that's your main, isn't it? And Dylan's main too.
I think out of all of the XT3 seems the least polished. So basically this, the Hooray and the XT3, all of them feel a little different. So what YJ has done is introduced a new type of feel into that mid-range price range, which is really
I'm always
good.
suspect
So
of the
good job,
maglevs.
YJ.
That
I don't think there's anything about this cube that just blows my mind and makes me want to immediately main it. I think there are some issues. So
yeah, bone core
number
spotted.
one, this basic one, corner twists like it's its job. It's crazy how easy it corner twists.
Oi,
Like,
oi, oi, oi,
I shouldn't
oi.
be able to do this. You know, this is on like I
That's
tighten
not
the
ideal.
cube and compressed it. Shouldn't be able to do that. It's so aggressive with corner twisting. Yeah, otherwise the cube feels genuinely pretty good. It's unique, it's soft, the plastic is comfortable.
Curious
there are some
means he didn't get the
details
UV
that
version.
make
Okay,
me
cool.
not want to immediately say it's my top cube. I think YJ definitely did a great job with this packaging. I think the name Beta is kind of weird. I know it's like a reference to Alpha, and they might have shared a designer with the original Alpha cube that now made the Beta. So in their mind, it's like a continuation.
Phil's not feeling beta.
I think
Phil's
Beta
positioning
may not be,
himself as the
see this
Alpha.
to Western person who's
I'm not worried about the
and,
packaging.
like there are some details that are really sloppy, but otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
there's
a
some spelling
pretty
mistakes
good
in
cube,
there.
And for the price tag, it's super reasonable to try. And
Chaos cubed. Trolling Dylan. Stay away from that one, Dylan. Dylan had a few corner twists at PSL, if you missed it. LevelUpCewb, they got the equivalent of the UV version just with glossy plastic. Okay. Ro Hessler has switched to the beta. Interesting. So I can't tell from what Phil's saying there whether
Doesn't cost
which
that
one he
much.
likes. He doesn't like the standard because it was the one that he was getting the mega corner twists
yeah,
on.
very excited for this to just enter the market and for people to try it because it is quite nice. Another thing to note is considering all of YJ's other releases, this is a really good one. So the MGC was pretty good for its time. It was like $15 and it was a simple magnetic cube. That was pretty good. The V2 was bad.
It was very bad.
The Evo was very, very lukewarm. The Evo 2.
I thought the Evo got treated a bit unfairly. I didn't hate. Actually, did I? I don't know. I never used it again. They sent me one, and maybe I'm biased because they sent me one, and I was like, ooh, this cube's good because they sent me it. And I really tried to not be like that with the Tianma, but I really like the Tianma. But anyway, that's the so the Cubicle have taken a good look at the beta. You can go and check out their video, of course. Phil seems to not hate it, and like I say, Phil not hating it is basically an endorsement. So read into that what you will, everyone. The MG3, man, I'm having trouble with that today. The MGC 3 beta, or just MGC beta. Isn't that like a swear word in India? Ram, are you still on the chat? Isn't beta, is that not like a derogatory term in India? I only know that from watching Scammer Payback. If anyone is au fait with the Indian language and can let me know. I feel like it's not a slur exactly, but I feel like it's an insult in India. But there we are. That's the MGC beta and the absolutely stunning special edition, which nobody needs, but everyone wants. So there you go. That's that. Update on the poll. Oh my days. 50% blue, 21% green, 29% neither. Okay. Whatever, everyone. Oh, that's right. In Hindi, beta means sun. Yeah. No. It is sun, but they use it to like... Scammer Payback uses it to like sass people out. He calls people beta. And not in an alpha beta way, but in... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Chaos Cube's saying sun as well. Peace out, Heron. Catch ya. Okay, well, there we are. MGC3 beta. The limited edition looks good. The actual cube itself has not been fill cursed. So that's promising. Excuse me. Breaking news in Discord is that sorry, I totally zoned out there for a second. Manu just sent me a message. He's hit sub 1. He's gone 0.58 today. First try on trackpad with an error. Ooh, okay. Have a look in our... Are you a member of my Discord, Manu? You need to have a look in general... Where are people putting this? No, people are putting it in Flex Your Results, which is fair. We've got a 50 in there from Popey Jopey, I think. We've got 48 from LevelUpCewbs. So, yeah, it's all go today. It's all go. Stream Elements, thank you for that, but I have already had a snack. I had a little Marmite Sammy, and I'm feeling okay. Send you the Discord link. Manu, it's in the description, isn't it? Let's go and see. View your channel. Oh, I didn't update my thumbnail today. Whoops. Let's go and look at it and then pause it. Pause. Whoa, this is very meta. Where is description? Did I not? Have I not got my Discord? Yeah, the Discord's in here. Here we go. Copy link. It's in the description, but I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. Oh no, wait a minute, it's way too long. I can't do that. It's like it's a redirect link. Ah, Manu, what have you done? Hold on. I'm just gonna. Can I just copy that part and not the Give that a try. See if it works. See if that works. And you should be able to get into the Discord. The verification will almost certainly break, and I might need to verify you manually, but that's okay. I'll keep an eye on joins and leaves. Oh, someone joined. Whoa, lots of people joined this morning. Hello, everyone. You can all flex your results in the appropriate channel. Behave, all right? Behave, everyone. What on earth are we doing? We're going to look at the Diansheng Mirror 5x5, everyone. Do you like mirror cubes? Hey, relax. Hey, everyone. Do you like mirror cubes? Do you like mirror cubes that are even more cube than a 3x3 mirror cube? Well, do I have something for you? It's the Galaxy Cluster Magnetic 5x5 from Diansheng. It is here. It has arrived. Look at this fella. This has gone from, and this isn't the first production model of a mirror 5x5, but it's the first modern one, certainly the first magnetic one, and certainly the first ball core. Look at that. Look at that. It's got a full-on ball core in it, and it looks really nicely put together, actually, doesn't it? Look at that shiny one. You like that shiny one would just drive me nuts. I feel like I'd be polishing it all day. That makes me anxious a little bit. But pretty cool, hey. I think if I had to pick, personally, I would have the purple one. I think the purple one is swag. The silver one makes me just a little bit anxious. Fi Kid is in. Okay, well done. Well done, Manu. You have navigated Discord. So there's a channel called Flex Your Results. That's where people are fighting over the best results on the States Challenge. I probably need to pin the link to that in there. So that's the Jianxing Mirror 5x5. Let's have a look at someone ripping out a solve on that. This is Gabrielle Marjak, to whom I am not subscribed. Rude. You have a like as well, young man. So there's we have solves happening as well. Yeah, NK, I'll validate you in a bit. Not emotionally, but literally in Discord. So 5x5 mirror in just over 2 minutes, it looks like, from Gabrielle here, which isn't bad, right? That's not bad. That's the world. Okay, this is his world record. This is world's best, 209.33. Impressive. And that's just slower than Stanley Chappell's 5 blind world record at 203. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Speedcubing.org, Daniel is talking about price. Now, I have some of that information for you, everyone, don't I? I don't want this in New Zealand dollars because nobody will understand it. So let's put it in USDs. So yeah, here we go. Here's the purple one. $36.95. Okay. It's not inexpensive for a fancy little cube like this. But the silver one, $49.95. That's nearly $100 New Zealand. Whoo! Like 90. So yeah, that's a significant difference in price, isn't it, everyone? Fans of mathematics will have spotted that. $49.95 is significantly more than $36.95, isn't it, everyone? I think I would have the purple one. I prefer the purple one, honestly. I don't know what this big bulging logo is. Is that just a sticker? I would have the purple one. Mark Zimmerman, 2 minutes is strong. This requires a poll. Purple or silver? Which 5x5 mirror would you have? Purple or silver? I would have purple. 100%. Not just because it's cheaper. I am a cheapskate, but not just because it's cheaper. Mark making the case it's ball core, so the price is not like, the price is probably not completely wacky. Like, it's like a fair price. I don't think it's unreasonable, but it's certainly significantly more for the silver one, which I feel like would just annoy me. If you had to pay for it, Dave. Take price into consideration. So far, people are leaning on the side of the purple one. Well, there's a few fancy ones out there who want the silver one. It looks like a Calvin's, you know? But I think the purple's cooler. I think purple's well cooler. I have spoken. I think purple is cooler. Alrighty. We're getting through it, everyone. Hey, well, in fact, we are through it. I think that's everything I had on the docket today. So all that remains is to start grinding on the States Challenge, and then maybe I'll set up a fingerboard for anyone who's interested in that. Okay. Where are we going for this? We want to go to US States Challenge. It's the GeoGuessr one, isn't it? No, I'm gonna need a warm up, and I don't have the US national anthem on the board this year, this time either, which I think is gonna hurt my times. I think having the Stars and Stripes playing was definitely helping me out. Okay, this is the one we want. This is the one that how are you all managing How are you all managing with the what do you call it? the timer that starts like automatically? Do you just refresh and then get going? Right. Also, who needs verification? Somebody needed verification on my server before we go on. We're getting into the weeds now, everyone. We're doing the bits and pieces. Okay. This is just all the fun stuff now. NK says I don't have permission. NK, what's your Discord name? I don't know why I can only see like the first letter of everyone's name. Is this a new Discord update or something? What is happening here? Why can I only see like most people's just first letter and then Nico's, I can see you're not verified. Okay, verify. You're verified. Okay, great. Are you verified? You managed to do verification. Well done. I'm not sure if it's user error or if it is my server that's cooked. Because some people verify just fine and other people do not. And that's annoying. Yeah, okay, there's quite a few people coming in here who are not verified. So apologies, everyone. See, Manu managed to verify himself. Clearly a higher level of intellect. Nick managed to verify themselves. Well done. No, this one didn't. Whoops. I beg your pardon. Verified. This, Nick? No, you need verified as well. Okay. If anyone's good at Discord and setting up Discords and stuff, then... Oh, it's because I'm on streamer mode. Oh, thank you, Dirt. Okay, CC Seamas is the name. All right, okay. I'm getting through it, everyone. I'm getting through it. I think I just got you. I think I got everyone. Where is CC Seamas? There we go. I gave you verified. Yep, you're verified now. Okay, you should be good. And now I want to go into flex your results, and I need to go and find the link. Oh no, I've got the link, so that's all fine. I'll share that in there as well. This is just live Discording, everyone. Here's the States Challenge link. All right, I'm gonna post that, and then I'm gonna pin that as well, so that everyone can play. Where's the pin? There's the pin. Yeah, pin it, and then I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. Okay, Curious Nick. You're in the States, aren't you, Curious Nick? I want to see you get a time down. Okay, right, here we go. I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to go Indiana is here. Nevada is... Oh, shoot. Is there. And that's Arizona. Oh, no. Where's Nevada? Oh, no, it's Vegas. Oh, no. I'm shook. Nebraska. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
New York.
Where's Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Why does it keep giving me Nebraska? That's Dakota. No, that's Idaho. Where the hell's Nebraska? Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. I can't remember what my clue is for Nebraska. Where's Nebraska? This is a... Oh, that's right. Before Kansas. Nebraska, Kansas. That's right. Okay. All right, this is just the practice one. Michigan.
Arizona. North Carolina, New Hampshire, Wyoming, New Mexico,
Why are you so square? New Mexico's
Maine,
down here. Maine's lobsters.
Washington,
World,
Montana,
Mountains,
Connecticut.
Ah, no!
South
Misclick.
Carolina,
Misclick.
Louisiana,
Devastating. Louisiana.
Ohio,
Hi,
Rhode
Manu.
Island,
Rhode Island.
Illinois.
Nope. Mimmel. No. Oh my gosh, I've completely forgotten. This is because I learned that G-perm I forgot, and it's really... Now it's just... I wrecked my brain. Illinois.
Virginia.
That's right, it's just the space. West Virginia.
Arkansas. Hawaii.
Man, I'm shook
Pennsylvania.
from having forgotten all that stuff.
Florida.
Florida.
North Dakota,
Yeah. Hey, Wisconsin.
Kansas, Texas, West Virginia, Iowa, Oklahoma,
Oh, no.
New Jersey,
New Jersey.
Kentucky,
Kentucky.
Utah,
Utah.
Maryland.
No, that's Massachusetts. Dang it.
Massachusetts,
Dang it.
Mississippi,
This is rough.
Georgia, Vermont, Idaho, California, Colorado, South Dakota,
Yeah.
Missouri, Minnesota, Alaska, Delaware,
Ooh, Delaware's horrible. Ugh. Absolutely devastating. Okay, let's try again.
Idaho,
Idaho.
New Jersey,
New Jersey.
South Dakota,
South
New
Dakota,
Hampshire,
New Hampshire,
Massachusetts,
Spirit.
Wyoming,
Why
New York,
Square, New
Montana,
York, Mountains. Hey, Oregon Trail,
Illinois,
Illinois,
Delaware,
nothing. Delaware's teeny.
West Virginia,
West Virginia. No!
Utah,
Dang it.
Arizona, Georgia, South Carolina, New Mexico, Connecticut, Rhode Island,
Rhode Island.
Iowa, Vermont, Alaska, Maine,
Lobsters.
Kansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, California, Minnesota,
Misfire. Minnesota.
Texas,
Texas.
North Carolina, Florida,
Yeah. Alabama.
Pennsylvania,
No,
Missouri,
Missouri.
Michigan, Hawaii, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma,
Oops.
Colorado,
Colorado,
Indiana,
Yeah.
Nebraska,
yeah.
Kentucky,
Yeah.
Nevada,
Yeah.
Virginia,
Yeah.
Washington,
Yeah.
Ohio, Maryland, North Dakota.
121. That's about as good as I've done, but it was a 96%. So it's got to be 100. Hey, we agree on that. Or do we agree on that? Manu, how are you getting 98%? Wild. I think, do we agree it has to be 100% to be a legitimate attempt? Or is it more impressive that you're making mistakes and getting a faster time? I don't know. That's tough, eh? 121. Well, I need to go and check what my actual score was, my best. What was my best? Pause. There's Matty, look. 151. 120. I've got a 120. Okay. 120 is my PB. I can do better than that one I just did. Play again.
Virginia, Wyoming, North Dakota, New York, Illinois, Georgia, Florida, Washington, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Colorado.
Yep.
New Jersey, Arizona,
Yeah.
Kansas, Minnesota, Utah, Tennessee,
yeah.
Hawaii, Maryland, Nevada,
Las Vegas,
Louisiana, Kentucky,
Alaska,
New Mexico, Ohio,
oh no, Ohio,
Indiana, Massachusetts, Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, Oklahoma, Rhode Island,
easy,
Montana, Delaware, West Virginia, North Carolina, California, Maine, New Hampshire, Texas,
biggie.
Mississippi,
How do you miss
Idaho,
Texas?
Michigan,
Come on.
Arkansas, Missouri, Connecticut.
117. 117. 117. I'll take that. That's my PB. Manu making the case it doesn't matter if it's 100% because anything less is worse than optimal, so it's more impressive to me to get fast time while making mistakes. I mean. So what are we looking at? 51. Manu with a 51. Okay, is that the... No, 48 still the top, right? 48 still the top from LevelUpCewb. Level Up Piano Cube. That's our first sub 50. Dave Neville with a 146. 100% think it has to be 100%. I'm inclined to agree. I see what you're saying, Manu. I see what you're saying. But I think it needs to be 100%, right? What do we reckon, everyone? I am going to bail. As much as I know one of you at least would love to watch me setting up my little skateboard, I'm going to do that on my own. I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy that. That's a little treat for me. That's a little treat just for me. Hey, I'm going to play the new outro now that actually has people in it. I will... Oh, did I put the link to the... Oh, I didn't put the link in the description, but I will put the link in the description if you want to submit a video. Manu, I need you on there. Dylan. Actually, I need to hit up everyone who I've had as a guest on the show. James is a purist. Got to be 100%. James, have you done it yet? I haven't seen an attempt from you yet, James. Get on in there. Let's go. And I think once we're at some point, we're going to come to a natural conclusion on this. We might have reached it already. I don't know if we can beat that 0.48. That 48 second level up piano is inspiring. I think if anyone can beat that, that's going to be tough. Is all I'm saying. That's going to be tough. I'm going to call it just now. I'm going to play the outro. I'll add the link in the description of this and in my VODs. Well, no, will it go on the VODs? It doesn't need to go on the VODs. I'll put it on the description of my live streams from now on. Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. I really appreciate it. Manny was talking mad game about how he can beat 48 seconds. But yeah, good on you, Carolina. 94%, 154. Nice. Sub 2 minute feels good. You got to get there. It took me weeks to even be able to know where all the states were. So, by that metric, I feel like I'm doing very well. I'm going to go now, everyone. Please enjoy the outro. I hope it works.